This podcast contains real stories, adult language, and occasional chaos. Some content may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised, especially if you're easily offended, overly nostalgic, or still living life.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dorm Disorder. This is part 2. So tell me about, we already know you're in cheer, but tell me what after school is like for you guys now.
Yeah, if you're not in a sport, they have clubs.
Okay.
They have clubs, they have cosmetology. I know it changed because they had some last year, but they don't have some, they had different ones this year. But they had yoga, cosmetology, they had skincare and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They had songwriting. It was a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, but mainly you just after school we get snack.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the cafeteria to get snack, and then we go back to the dorms if you want to change. We have a little bit. We used to go back to the dorms and do homework, but because of some people's grades and other grades, we had to start going into the cafeteria for study hall.
Okay.
And we had to sit in there. That was towards the end of the year, but before, yeah, until sports start, you would either stay at section, and then we would figure out stuff to do at section. But then when sports started, we go back to section, get changed if you want to, get your stuff for practice. Mm-hmm. Then you go to practice. After that's dinner. And if you don't have practice, you go to clubs. And then clubs end earlier than sports.
Right.
So if you were in a club, you would probably get 30 minutes to yourself to go back to section. Sports didn't end until dinner time. So you would go straight to dinner. After dinner, you go back to section, get in the shower, and then do whatever you want to do afterwards.
Do you guys still have family style dinners, or is it just...
We do.
Yeah. How often do you guys do that?
We have them once a month.
Once a month? Wow. We had them every night.
Wow.
Every night was a family style dinner.
I like that though.
It was a lot. As we got older, it went to a more cafeteria style on most nights, and we only had family style rarely. But pretty much, especially in middle school, every single night was family style.
Well, elementary school, it was all 3 meals.
Yeah, all three meals, even
were family
lunchtime.
style, even lunch.
Yeah.
They don't do that with us no more.
Wow.
And it's it's okay. It feels like regular lunch. I don't know. I don't feel the difference other than it's a little bit fancier because they got the tablecloths and everything.
Right.
But yeah, and then we have to wear uniforms. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Who serves the food?
We have the lunch people, but yeah, I think sometimes the RAs help out and serve the food, or the people that work in the cafeteria serve the food, and then we hand it out to each other.
Okay. Yes.
How often did y'all have to go to chapel? I just was talking to someone in the comments. She tried to make it seem like Gerard was some type of religious into pushing religion, and I kept saying chapel is not about religion.
Nope. So let's talk about that. That's a very interesting point.
Thank you.
So
because she keeps saying this, and I had to block her because I'm like, it's not about. You have Muslim kids that are there, and they support them fully. Yes. But go ahead.
I was going to bring the point that no clergy of any religious stripe is allowed on campus.
Right.
Correct.
That's the first thing.
Thank you.
And chapel was every other Wednesday.
Yes.
Twice a month.
Yep.
And there was never a talk of religion.
Exactly.
No.
I said it's just like an update on everything that's going on in the school. All the kids just have to come together.
Yes.
Y'all have it every Wednesday, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
We have it once a month.
Oh, once
on
a
the first
month.
Wednesday.
On the first
Okay.
Wednesday.
Once a month now.
Yeah, I'm arguing with this girl, and it's disheartening for people to put. She tried to say because she did a tour there, but you don't have nobody. I'm telling you, I have 3 kids that go there.
When chapel was going on?
No.
Well, you know what they saw.
No.
What's the words? Do you know what the words say?
What, on the chapel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But
The Lord is in his holy temple.
Yeah.
Keep silence before him.
Yeah.
Right.
But so we could go historical and bring that back.
Right.
Most people at the time were deists. They
Right.
believed in a God, just
Right.
not one particular God.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah, but continue.
Well, It's so all my videos for boarding school go viral for
Yes.
the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Some people I have to block because you're giving out wrong information.
Correct.
And the reason it makes me feel so good when I can help a mom get her kids into Gerard, or just give her
Absolutely.
the information for her to get started.
Right.
And it's other moms that this can help that live in Philly or live close to Philly.
Yeah.
So for someone and they don't get it, they keep saying, well, you posted. I know I posted, but I still have an obligation to give real information for other moms that may be reading comments.
Yep.
I can't just allow you to say what you want to say and then you're wrong.
Yep.
You can't just come on here and say, on my comments and say, like, they trying to make all the kids be love the God and Jesus and all, like, you just saying all this stuff and don't even know, and they keep them locked up in dorms and all this stuff. I'm like, ma'am, please stop doing this on my page. And then I had to block her because I don't mind going back and forth giving out real tangible information, but you're not going to come on here and lie. I'm like, you are a liar.
Right.
And you're lying. Like, you're straight lying. It's
Yeah.
a difference in, like, having the wrong information. She's sending screenshots because you went on a tour. I don't care if you went on a tour.
Right.
Your tour is not going to trump 3 of my kids being in this school.
Absolutely. Yeah.
At no time.
So many years of knowledge that you lived through. Yeah.
I know it's not a chapel. I've been in there. I could tell you what it looked like from the top to the bottom to
Oh,
the everywhere.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, come on, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
and it's one of the most beautiful buildings in
It's
all
beautiful.
of Philadelphia, let
Yes.
alone the world.
Yes.
You know.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that organ in the ceiling. Oh my God, yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's segue into. We're going to come back to you. We can still got one more topic that I want to cover with you, but let's segue that into your social media account. You know, Mommanagerglow, and you've made such a. I think you've done an amazing job
Thank you.
of not only showing the school and your daughter's interactions, but just beautiful mom-daughter content. You know, so. Let's start with Sahara. Sahara, sorry. How's that been, you know, being able to, because I saw the one episode where you actually went to work with mom.
Oh yeah.
How's that been being a part of your mom's social media following and helping her grow that?
It's definitely fun. I like seeing what trends and stuff that we come up with and what ideas we talk about and like what content we make. It definitely is fun. I definitely like, and then just seeing like so many supporters, it makes me like, it motivates me also, like seeing the people that like, or like another big motivation is like if I'm out with my mom and somebody's like, oh, I know you from TikTok, it makes me feel like, okay, I gotta keep this up so that like I can get noticed more and like it could really go somewhere. Yeah, I definitely, it's like, it's also a learning experience because my mom knows a lot about social media. So
Right.
like when she tells me about like different strategies on how to make like a video do good or like what I should do in certain videos, I definitely learned more about that. Also going to work taught me a lot of things, like especially if I was doing the same thing, kind of like the same same job.
Yeah.
It definitely that definitely helped me with making better content, especially voiceovers. I was doing those for a lot of their videos for their page, so I definitely got better at that. Yeah, I definitely like spending the summer with her.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
For a
miss
couple
her
of weeks.
But it started out as me doing content for her modeling. It really
Yeah.
didn't start out as like the vlogs
Gerard,
with
yeah.
her modeling because my oldest daughter has a creative direction business called Samaj Creatives. She started that at 21. She would go with her on set. And then one day, out the blue, because creative direction, of course, is about like models and photo shoots and stuff. One day out the blue, she asked me could she be a model, and I'm like, "What? You want to be a what?" And she said a model, and then she was so natural at it. So it really started out as like, if you go back to like the beginning of my page, although I went viral for posting about Girard College, about boarding school, it was because a lot of the videos are me just taking her to like model castings and stuff like
Right.
that. So it was her idea, essentially, really. And then I just started like, vlogging about it. So you have to vlog about it when you want
Right.
to model, because that's how I got her signed to like 2 New York City agencies, and she was only like 11 or 12.
Right.
So yeah, it really was like evolved from that.
But Gloria, you built some pretty impressive numbers here. 32,000 followers on IG, 164,000 followers on TikTok. Now, me and Dale, when we started this podcast, we have no illusions of ever growing to that at any point in time, anytime soon.
You will.
But you talked about that natural growth. Why don't you tell people how you did it?
Well, I'm a social media manager. So, and if people really paid attention to my content, I do some trends. I might switch it around a little bit, but I'm not trendy.
Right.
I believe in, because I do social media, I believe in organic growth. I also believe in using search engine optimization, SEO strategy. And the reason for that is because that is the most important concept that you can use, or strategy that you can use when you're creating content. That is how brands find me. I mean, like recently I went to a Phillies game. The only way they could have found me, because I hashtag Philly influencer, because I'm a Philly mom content creator.
Right.
I make it location based because I do love my city, and because her sporting school is here, and because it's where I'm from, and I'm always doing things out and about. So my strategy couldn't be I'm in the house cleaning,
Right,
like, you know, because I'm never really home. Like, I'm always out doing something. So I figure, why not make the strategy location based?
Right.
And when brands are looking to do things, like Instagram had an event here in Philly, when they're looking to do things or looking to bring awareness to their brand in a certain demographic, location wise, they're going to find me. So I make sure my strategy is that. But me going viral is okay, and trust me, of course you love it, because TikTok does pay you for views. But at the end of the day, it is going viral going to put you in your niche? Is it going to keep you with your niche?
Right.
Because anybody can just make a comment, but are they somebody that's a mom?
Right.
Are they going to support you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you have to be very intentional if you do want to go viral. You just can't go viral because something is trendy.
Yeah.
You got to go viral for doing something that's within your demographic and within your niche, because brands, when they look at you, or when they're pitching, they want to see those demographics. So yeah, just growing organically for me just means if a video doesn't do well, it just doesn't do well. If it doesn't do well and I don't want to leave it up, I take it down, I restructure it, I post it again.
Right.
I just don't stop. I'm very consistent, and I'm consistent with using SEO, keywords.
Right.
No video that you will see on mine, if you look on TikTok, in the search bar of a video, if it says find related content, that means TikTok didn't know where to place you.
Right.
All of mine is going to say mom and daughter, a day in the life of a mom, something to that effect. Because I'm trying to reach like-minded moms, and that's where I had to segue and pivot to doing our Mommies and Daughters podcast.
So where can everybody find you at? I mentioned it, but
Mommanagerglow on all platforms. You got
Got
to be
it.
consistent. You can't be like switching up different names.
Yep.
Have your real name on this and the other name on that. My email is Mommanagerglow, because all of that factors in the keywords. So when I
Absolutely.
build a website, my email, like everything is going to be. And my mom manager came from me managing her modeling career. And my oldest daughter business as a creative director. I manage everything that, to this day, you know, everything that she does. So, or she runs it by me. So that's where it came from, because her friends started calling me mom manager, or Miss Mama Glow, and all this other stuff. So that's how that name kind of came about. But yeah, mom manager, GLOW though. Even though my name is Gloria, and my brother calls me Glow Worm, like the glow worm doll back in the day.
Yeah.
GLOW. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for making sure you put that information out there, because we want to support you. And there's a lot of moms out here in the Girard space that
Yes.
should definitely want to link up and see
Yeah.
what you're doing
Oh,
out there.
absolutely. Because I think that the reason why the videos take off is because I'm showing our perspective.
Right.
And it's, everybody want to see that kind of point of view. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? That's why some of my videos are just straight organic, like one of her getting an award, and there's no voiceover. It's just the teachers talking, the kids cheering, them cheerleading. It's organic. It's a real point of view. And I pride myself on all of my content being authentic.
Right.
Nothing is scripted. We might say, oh, I might have a plan for what I'm going to do,
Right.
but for the most part, like all of our content is organic and authentic, and that's where I connect with a lot of the moms. They like, because I be on their cursing, I be doing all types of stuff. I say whatever I say, I just keep it real. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not one to sugar, but that been with me since forever. Everybody already know that about me. So
So, Sahara, it's almost time. We're just a few weeks away from back to school.
oh, she ready though.
I am ready.
We went back to school shopping yesterday.
I am excited.
You got some new swag. You gonna be looking good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, tell me I'm not gonna ask you which teachers you don't like because you got to go back. We'll see you in a couple years for those episodes. But tell us who the teacher that like your class seems to, as a whole, like the whole class seems to like the most, or
Seems
in the
like
RA.
most? It's like I really like I like all my teachers, and we might have a little like thing where like something might happen, but for the most part, I think my favorite would probably be Mr. Camp.
Okay.
Definitely like him because he's just very honest with us, and he's very like he's transparent. He's like funny, and I think the thing that I value the most is that we don't have our phones while we're there, so like
Right.
we don't hear about certain trends and stuff like that until we get back on the weekend.
Right.
And especially about political stuff, he definitely does tell us about like what's going on, and what's going on with the world, and like especially political base wise. And he basically he backs in, it can be talking about political stuff can be like a bias because depending on like who you're voting for. So he definitely does. He backs it up with evidence. He showed us and then he's a history teacher, so he knows about like how stuff about like that. And then I also really love our science teacher because she's so funny. Like she's just funny. Like she's when she's upset, the whole class is upset because she's just like a so bubbly, like nice person, and she's just so upbeat. And like I think the funniest thing she did was, and we just had her this year. I don't know what she told us about this thing where like it updates them on like I guess slang or stuff like that. I don't know if it's an app or something on Instagram. Slang, and it updates them about like what's going on.
I try to do
with us.
slang.
And she started playing a song, a brain rot song in the middle of the class, and everybody's just like, please just turn it off. It was really funny, but I definitely do those are like probably my two favorite. And then there's like a teacher, I don't really dislike any of my teachers. There's teachers that I feel like aren't the best at teaching for real. Like it don't just be like teaching, it just be some teachers that it doesn't feel like an environment where I can ask questions. Or like I can, but I don't think they're gonna explain it the right way. But I don't have any teachers I don't like. It's like I did have like a situation with my teachers because I think she's around, she's not like old, but she's around our age, like late 20s. And it was this thing where like she makes a lot of jokes about like our generation. Like
Gen Z.
She was about to say she's practically in your generation.
She's practically in there.
She might be a millennial, but
I don't know. She just like she talks about our brain capacity and our addiction to laptops. Like I think it was one day we was in class and she was saying that she can't give us a set of instructions because we can't handle it, so she gives us it one at a time. And like usually we don't let it get to us. We just be ignoring her. But one day it got to a point where like it really irked me. I think it was we heard something outside the window. I think it was thunder
a fire
or something. No, it wasn't fire.
Oh, it wasn't fire?
It was like a noise, and I had looked over, and she said that I had a low attention span. I was like, what? And I just looked over at the window, and then I forgot what we had did. I think we was talking while she was talking because she talks really low, so we couldn't hear her, and we were just talking our whole table, and she like kicked us off the class and stuff like that. And we was just like, but after that,
it was fine.
We was fine because we barely even went to her class anyway because the track meets was on, I think we had track meet every
Tuesday or Thursday,
one of those days. So we wasn't barely in her class, and then we kept having um what's some call it plays
Uh-huh.
on Friday, and it was like we also had Earth Day, so we didn't have our class either way. But whenever we was in there, she just let us have free time because it was near the end of the year. She didn't
But I
care.
still told her because the teacher called me and I let her know though, because even before she would, because she had like nothing's perfect.
Right.
Like so,
Absolutely.
even in her dorm, like the RA she had before this, they would sometimes butt heads with her and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I told her, I don't care what a teacher does to you. I don't care. At the end of the day, you are still to be respectful. Let me handle it. I'm the adult.
Exactly.
If you feel some type of way, you can call, because people always say if they don't have their phone, how they call home? A landline. She called me sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Yeah.
She'll call me every morning just to update me on her day or tell me what happened or whatever. She gets to call me a lot.
Yeah.
Don't take it into your own hands. You are not grown. You are not an adult.
Right.
You are not to question and ask, why did a teacher say this or why did they do this or why? It's not none of your business why. It's my business why.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you be respectful. And at the same time, you're still being respectful, but you're still in your mind
Right.
knowing how you want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You still like in your mind. And I told her be solution based. I even told her that when we have conversations, like
Yep.
be solution based. If you don't like what I'm saying or you don't like what somebody is saying, then in your mind you should be calculating how you're going to let them know what can be done or what we can do to make it better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you should be coming up with some type of strategy. Like, okay, when she's done talking, maybe I'll write a letter, I'll send an email, I'll do something. Or when we're talking, be solution based. Don't just get an attitude. Don't get
Yep.
defensive.
Right.
Come up with a solution
Yep.
so that we can come to some type of agreement together.
Yeah.
So yeah, she got a call home for that, and I let her know because
She cursed me out in the hallway.
I'm not. Again, I'm not one of those type of moms. Like I will come up to the school, especially when I used to live real close by. I'd be like, listen, I'll walk up there
Yeah.
and come in the classroom. Now, do you want that, or do you want to do what I tell you to do?
You're right.
Yeah.
I never did it again.
Never did it again.
I
I had
never
some of
even
those
have a
visits.
problem with my teachers
She
anyway,
don't have no problem. She's straight. I mean, all A's, high honors.
I'm-
Can't complain.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd.
Mhm.
I'm
No.
having
I
a
was a nerd,
difficult
too.
time understanding, like, not having their phone. Like,
Mhm.
my youngest is going into 11th,
Right.
and she has to turn her phone in at the beginning of each class.
Mhm.
The teacher collects it and hands it back at the end. But the
Right.
whole week is just.
love
Is that
it.
the entire school?
No, that's just up until high school. High school's
Okay.
they had a kid, but I
Okay.
love it. She don't really like now in the summertime. I see her be on her phone a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's during a week and she come home, it's been times we left out the house and she left her phone in the house.
Not used to having it. Yeah.
Yeah, not used to having it, and I love it. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it, and like I keep saying, when she's home on her phone, for the most part, she might be on social media. That's because that's our job.
Right.
And of course, she want to scroll and do whatever. I tell her try to be intentional, but she's still a child. But at the end of the day, she be talking to her friends. They be on FaceTime not doing nothing. The phone just be sitting there. So I'm like, if she have her phone during the week, who is she talking to? Because she
Yeah.
live with all her friends.
Yeah.
Like, some of these kids in the comment, they say she can't have her phone. Who is she gonna call?
Yeah.
She don't talk to nobody else but them.
Right.
Who is she talking to?
Yeah.
They sit on FaceTime and do nothing. She'll just be sitting in her room. They be on FaceTime watching TV together and not even talking sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
Would have been
the
doing what they would have
FaceTime.
been doing in the dorm.
Exactly. This is in the
It's
summertime
also
or when she
like-
home on the weekends. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. If she have it during the week, what would be the point? They live together. They're having fun. They're doing activities. They're in cheer.
Yeah.
They're in track. What's the phone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
High school is different. We gotta, cross that bridge when we get to it. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about it. She gonna get upset about it. So I'm not gonna talk about the screen time. But
I rather not even. I mean, I don't really care for the phone. I think I rather really not have it. The last 2 weeks where we did have our phone was so boring.
Yeah.
Like we was all just on our phone, just chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely like. I already still made sure we went outside. She made sure that if we, like, she said, okay, y'all gotta. She said like at least once a day we had to go outside. because we was like sitting there on our phones. It's just like, okay, I get y'all on your phones, but we had to go outside. So she still made sure we went outside. It was definitely boring, a little bit more boring. It was fun also because we got to do TikToks and stuff like that.
But they wasn't interacting with each other.
Yeah, we wasn't
because everybody
interacting.
on the phone when they
Right.
used to talking and interacting with each other.
Yeah.
So that's why she's saying this.
No, yeah, I completely get that. I
It's like
understand
then
that
we
too,
got our
yeah.
phones. You over here, you over
Yeah,
here. They
definitely.
like this.
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
remember it was a whole incident because it was somebody's birthday and we were supposed to celebrate their birthday.
And everybody
Usually,
was on their phone.
Everybody was on their phone, and it made her
wow.
really upset because when it was their birthday, we didn't have our phones, but we
Yeah.
was
Right.
participating and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it was only me and one of my other friends that was dancing and having fun at her birthday party, and she had got really upset. And it's like some people weren't taking responsibility, and it had made her upset. So I definitely feel like it is a little bit
It's a
better without it.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if all year they didn't have their phone, everybody else's birthday they had fun.
Right.
Exactly.
The last 2 weeks of school they was allowed to have their phone, and then they didn't have no fun.
Right.
And here the student got upset because they was on their phones. It's a distraction. I mean, I'm not against
she
phones.
was leaving too. So we were
Yeah.
supposed to be there for her.
Yeah,
on her
because
last- that
Oh,
was,
wow.
It was the last day was her birthday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we was supposed to be there like hyping her up, especially because she was leaving and it was on our phones. But we all ended up making up. It was like fine afterwards. But
I think y'all learned a lesson though.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually coming to the end of our time. Unfortunately, this has been
Yes.
by far one of the most interesting, fun, and educational for me as an old head Gerardia.
For sure.
You know, so I want to thank you both, Gloria, Sahara.
No problem.
Thank you so
for
much.
having us.
We will definitely be following along with you.
Yeah.
We definitely want to see you as the valedictorian of that class.
Yeah.
Class of 2030, am I correct?
Yeah.
Now I feel ancient.
Look at you with the quick math. I did want to ask just one
Yeah,
more
go
quick
ahead.
question. With 3 kids going to Girard, was I forget the term, like, but if you're in a charter school and a sibling goes beforehand, the other sibling gets to go to the school? No?
They don't do that.
Okay.
I've seen twins not get in.
Oh, wow.
They didn't care. Once they took them tests. Now my oldest daughter might have had a nudge because I know that for the most part it's for single parents, but it's also for kids that might have lost a parent. And
Yes,
her
absolutely.
father was killed when I was pregnant with her. So
Oh, wow.
she
Sorry
might
to
have
hear
had
Sorry.
that might thank you. That might have gained her a little bit to get in, but they never once was like, oh, because your son and daughter was here that she can get in or she can get in because my son. That was never once told to me. I don't even think that made a difference. I just think that Gerard is looking for a good fit. And that's what people don't
Right.
understand. That's the difference in this school. You have to be a good fit for their school because
Exactly.
you have to do like what y'all doing now. You have to become an alma mater. You have to be invested in the school, go to college. You have to be a good fit for them.
Yep.
Right.
And I think that's the huge difference in a lot of schools, period. So my kids, fortunately enough for me, I have great kids, the complete opposite of how I was when I was younger. They were and still are a good fit for the school because my son right now works at the school at the Alumni Association. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that just goes to show that they might have saw something in him with that or anything just
Years
when he was
ago,
started
yeah.
in the 4th grade. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So yeah, you have to be a good fit for the school.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was just curious.
Yeah, no.
Just curious about that.
We do like to do a thing at the end of our show. This is your baby, so why don't
Yeah.
you spit it out?
So we usually like to do like a thank you, or an apology, depending on how we're feeling that day, to anyone at the school, whether it's a student, anybody in administration, anybody in teaching. Today, I was telling my kids this story. There was a moment in 11th grade where I had some family members come back to the school, and they wanted me to come home and take care of my mom. My mom was having some personal issues, nothing life-threatening, but just personal issues. And I had just gotten to 11th grade, and I'm like, I'm 2-3 months away from getting my blue suit jacket.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first times in my life I made a selfish decision to not go home to help my family out.
Yeah.
And these 2 family members were persistent, and Mr. Richard Jones came to my room and was like asking if everything was okay. And I'm like, no, they're trying to make me leave and I don't want to go. He's like, you don't want to go? And I said, no. And he escorted my 2 family members off of campus. And that was the last conversation. we had. But it was tough. It was tough,
Yeah.
right? Because you want to go home, you want to help your mom out, but at the same time, my mom was fully capable of helping herself out. So,
Right.
and Mr. Jones just recently had a birthday, which is also why I want to tell that story. So, happy belated birthday to Mr. Jones, and shout out to Lena Savage, who is watching our podcast as well. So, she was our typewriter slash Black History teacher.
And homeroom. She was
Yes.
my homeroom teacher.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's awesome. She's been watching the podcast too. So yeah, that's I guess you want to go.
Oh, wow. A lot of ways I can go here. I'm going to do a little Till Our Hearts Be Still and just remember one of our old teachers. And it's just going to be Jim Seifert, because Jim Seifert was our shop teacher. He taught us auto shop. He
Yep.
taught us how cars work. It's 2025. I still know ruh, 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 ruh. And if I hear that sound, what's wrong? So to this day, I still know how to manage around a vehicle because of Jim Seifert. And I just wanted to, thank him from the other side. Till our hearts be still, Jim. Love
Till
you.
our hearts be still.
Do we do it too? Or
Yeah,
y'all just-
sure.
Oh,
If you want to, absolutely.
well, I just want to. I think the school changes administration so much. So this is my thank you to the school in general for just taking really good care of all of my kids, all of the RAs. A special thank you to Latanya. She does the newsletter and everything. I've never seen someone so dedicated. And I gave her an earful recently, and I texted her. And it wasn't her fault or anything, but she does go out her way to include me in a lot of things. So I just want to thank her. I want to thank my daughters, all her RAs, especially Miss Purnell. She is top notch, one of the best RAs. Her and Miss Strong, my oldest daughter RA. Oh my God, so wonderful. So them, and then I want to thank also all the parents of the kids that are there, because all of us, everybody is so supportive of each other, and they're so supportive of me. And even if I don't know some of their names and stuff, they're very supportive. And I just want to thank them and the moms of my daughter's friends for just having great kids.
Yeah.
And then for them being like having the same type of parenting style as me. So yeah, the school and the RAs, everybody is just, I'm blessed to have my kids there. You want to thank anybody?
Yeah, you kind of took mine, but I was gonna say Miss Purnell. I think having her this year, she definitely gave us the freedom that we've been wanting as seventh graders. Because like being in younger grades, we were often like boxed over and hovered over. So she definitely gave us our freedom, and she gave us our space. But she always knew when like it was time to get serious. She definitely taught us a lot of things. Hearing her talk about like stories about stuff was definitely interesting. And yeah, she's been one of my favorite RAs.
I want to thank Miss Kalima.
Oh yeah, Miss Cleva too.
That chair coach. She also works in administration or on the admin side.
Okay.
Miss Kalima is awesome. I love her dearly.
Yes.
She did a great job with being a chair coach, but she's not just a chair coach. Like,
Right.
you got to understand like the heart of this young lady. She's awesome, and she's also a content creator. So shout out to her. Her TikTok name is Lima, but she's awesome, and she taught my daughter a lot of lessons. So I appreciate her for that.
That's awesome.
Well,
Thank you so much.
that does it for this week, folks. Don't forget, follow the Dorm Disorder Podcast. Subscribe to us, especially on YouTube. We're still out there. Apple Podcasts, Pod Studio, wherever you know where Pod something is, that's where we are. So please follow us. And once again, thank you so much for joining us on this journey.
All right,
See you
y'all.
next time.
All right, y'all. You know how we do. Peace
No
out.
clergy of any religious stripe is
Has ever-
allowed on campus.